Howdy everyone. Before I start the video, I want to say this took a lot of time to make and figure out what to cover. Down below will be timestamps for the different parts of information I go over. Please like, comment, and subscribe because this longer form content performs very poorly on YouTube, but I wanted to help y'all out after seeing all the new players. I've also started a Ko-fi, which, if y'all want to help me out in producing this content, a couple dollars really goes a long way, especially for this game. Now, without further ado, back to Past Arc. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new Idle Huntress video. Today is going to be a tips and tricks video that I've been trying to get out. I've just been trying to compile everything, as well as I've just moved back to school. To get into things, we'll be covering various things. What do you need to do when you're starting out? How do you need to do your daily things? What is like your general maintenance in the game? That'll be the first half. The second half will then be what are you going to be early game team comps? What are going to be mid game and late game team comps? And try to give a brief understanding on what to do, how to use certain units, how much money are you expected to spend, as well as at the very end, we'll then talk about what future events are in store, the semi-anniversary special, all the things coming with that, as much as I'm aware of, right? So let's get right into it. We'll be starting off with the demo video that I have already recorded off my phone, and we are dubbing over it. As this is playing, I'm going to go over what is happening and then stop and pause and go back and edit as we go, right? So here we go. I'm just doing quick dailies. Down on the bottom right, you can claim your rewards, and then here is your main missions. I'm gonna pause it right here. When you go into the main plot, this is going to be the story mode. The better your teams are, obviously the better you're going to be able to progress in the story mode. I forget how it breaks down, but the first half of the story mode, it's just one team, one view, one party fights one party. Near the middle of the game, there are 2 V2s, meaning 2 teams versus 2 teams. You got to win both fights to progress to the next mission, and then on the later half of the end game missions, you then have 3 parties versus 3 parties, and you would have to win 2 out of 3, which is just like Super Arena. During your dailies, you're going to want to do instant rewards, right? You get a free instant rewards. The more VIP levels you have, the more times you can attempt to claim your free instant rewards. However, the first one is the only free one. Everything else after that, I think, ramps up and crystal cost. So if you just had crystals to spend, go for it. I mean, do whatever you want. However, this is a very bad place to spend crystals if you're trying to save, so don't do it. However, you'll be seeing me do just general things as I'm playing the game, but your general daily tasks, just head over to quests. I forget when I do it. I do it right here. Just read the quests. Just tap on them and they'll send you exactly where you need to go to do that. Just do this every day, and then on the bottom, I should show it. Yeah, just read it off, do them, and then that's all you got to do every day. That'll get you a nice income of crystals and scrolls. Here are your bounty quests. So you're going to need to have a lot of huntresses. This is going to just be any type of huntress you're going to need to have. Let's see. I think I show it. Yeah. So in these bounty quests, they have different rarities. The more rare that bounty quest is, the more materials you're going to get out of that reward, right? And so at the very beginning, you're going to start at level 1. Here I'm at level 8, and the higher level you go, the better rewards you're going to get on average, right? So at level 1, you're just going to have common and just get really low level materials, which I mean is about where you need to be because that's your level, right? And as you do more quests, you will be able to. You have to complete the next rarity of bounty quests, a certain amount of it. If you click on the level 8, I forget to do it in this clip, but if you click on your level, it'll tell you how many more quests of a certain type, of a certain rarity, you have to complete in order to get the next level up. Now, what I do, and I don't think I do it in this clip, is that if you, let's see. Okay, I don't do it. So say you got a bunch of crappy missions. You can hit the refresh button by the timer down there for 50 crystals and refresh your pool. You can claim, I think I claim all the good ones. I claim all the crystals. I think I actually do it in this clip. So we'll go here. I think I then go down here and I cash in on my rewards. I got a healthy amount of crystals. So here you're going to need to send in certain units. You got to send in either a lot of SSRs and then, yep, right there, right? So I refreshed it because the rest of my pool was pretty bad. I wanted to get at least more golds or possibly some legendary rarity quests to min-max my daily income for materials, right? So the more huntresses you have, you're going to need better huntresses for completing the rarer quests. Now, it doesn't matter what level they are. They just have to be of a certain type of like, let's see. Let's go back. Whoops, too quick. Okay, so on the bottom here, you see that we needed an earth, a water, and a wind type unit. And I think these are R's? Yes, these are R's. Blues are R's, and then this is an SSR character. And as long as you meet the criteria, you can send them on a mission. Doesn't matter what their level is. You just have to have that criteria, and then meet it. You can dispatch them. If you don't have a lot of huntresses and are not rolling, then you're not going to be able to complete certain quests. However, it should scale as you are acquiring more huntresses. So that shouldn't be too much of a worry, and it's no biggie. If you don't have them, you just wait until you do. They refresh every day, and you can claim them after their certain time period ends, and it'll have a clock on when you can claim it. So cool. So that explains bounties. So yeah, I'm just filling out what I can. I refresh it. Okay, cool. I got another one. And usually you should be able to refund your refresh and get, or possibly get even more, right? And then real quick, I've gotten the first benchmark over here. You tap on the benchmark right there and you get some rewards, and as you progress, the rewards get progressively better. This one over here sucks. Don't know why. It's just extra points. Now, this is something that isn't really discussed, and I had to, for some reason, I had to really dig. You completing these daily rewards increases, and I think you go up to 120, increases your quest, your guild's points to level up your guild to get more guild mates. Everybody in the guild completing these benchmarks increases your counter for the day, and I think the maximum is 150 for the day. So there's only 120 points for those benchmarks, but you can get a total of 150 points per day, and that'll help increase your guild's activeness, and therefore increase your guild size. So here, every day, I'll go back. Every day, there will be a new gem-free pack, which is 20 free gems that you can go to the shop and claim. Every week and every month, there'll be another pack that you can claim. However, they reset once a week and once a month, but the daily one, that's every day. Just make sure, claim it, right? And as you can see, I've already claimed mine for the week and the month. And it'll show when the refresh is. However, my Apple iOS bar, whatever, is in the way, so you can't see the timer, but it's there. Okay, so what to buy, right? This is the biggest question everyone's asking. What do I need to buy? And there's like a lot of things. You can buy everything if you had all the money in the world, but if you're like balling on a budget, you can do this, right? So the Chance Plus tickets, you're gonna have to buy these. These are the best way to roll for characters because crystals are not they're not cost efficient. So you're gonna want to get the $5, the 15, the 30, and the 50s USD, right? These are going to be 1-to-1, $1 per roll, per ticket, and one ticket's a roll, right? So these are going to be 1-to-1, and if you total it up, you get 180 Chance Plus tickets for $180. Now at the 100 mark, this is where they start like cheaping you out. You'll get 60 tickets, and then I think, let me check the shop. You'll get 60 tickets and 6,480 crystals, which is essentially 80 rolls, right? 60 and then another 20 if you spent your crystals. So you're still losing about 20% off of this $100 bundle. And this resets every week. Every 7 days, these all reset. So if you're trying to min-max and you're patient and you can spend $180 a week or what have you, at least 20 or at least 5, whatever you're working with, and please spend responsibly. Don't spend money if you can't afford to, right? So get the, at least I'm really, I can't spend that much anymore. I spend a whole lot on an early game and I'm making it last, is that the $5 and the $15. So I get 20 more scrolls every week, right? But definitely if you can afford to spend the 180, I heavily recommend you get the 1.5, the 115, the 230s, and the 250s, and that's $180 for 180 scrolls. Cool. That's the first place to spend. The second place to spend are these 3 passes. The monthly pass and the Supreme monthly pass is a really great way to get a consistent crystal income for another 20 bucks. Now, the recruit ticket, I heavily recommend you only buy this early game. If you are just starting, you buy this totally, because you'll get your 3 scrolls and you'll get up to 100, right? And you'll get 10 on the beginning. This is going to help you get those huntresses early. You just need them. You don't need specific ones, but we'll go into it with the wish list. But this is great. You need normal scrolls to get the non-chance plus characters, as well as some chance plus characters are actually going into the normal pool very soon. I've discussed about this before, but I'll go into it a little bit later on the semi-anniversary information. So these monthly ticket, heavily recommend you get it at the very beginning. You hoard it. You only roll recruits, like the normal scrolls. Let me see. You only roll the normal banner when you have at least 10 scrolls. Only do that because you guarantee at least an SR or an SSR. Now, it might not be the SSR you want, and that's fine because you're going to want to recycle them, and that'll help you get the one, possibly the one that you want. But you only save until you have at least 10 to roll. And you only want to roll once a day because that is a quest to roll for at least 1 Huntress, but you can go ahead and if you're doing this, and then another thing I'll show you, you can get at least 1 10 roll every day if you space it out and you don't spam the 10, right? Okay, but these 2 definitely great ways to get crystals, just not passively because you spent money on it, but a great crystal income for how much it was. Because what was it? It was so $100. Yeah, so a normal $100 bundle, a $100 pack of crystals, like if you just bought the currency straight up, in most games, if you do that, it's terrible, not cost efficient. It's 6,480 for $100 just straight up, which is just terrible. So don't do it. Just get these 2 passes. I don't need it so much because I'm saving my money for some other things, which we'll get into. There's other passes. So this is the second bar that you would want to get. Okay, so these 2. So this growth fund, and then the next one, which will show it. These are another really cheap way of getting a crap ton of crystals, but only once. You have to, as you complete the campaign, the story mode, you'll unlock these crystal packs. I think the first one was either 15 bucks, and I think the next one was 25, and you get 22,000 crystals. Once again, very cost efficient for how much it was. You just have to progress through the story, and there's nice bonuses as you get it. Because I don't show it, but at the beginning of every month there is Lucky Cat. I've talked about this in my community post. So Lucky Cat is a monthly, like, give me like a crystal increase machine, right? This thing, if you have saved, I think there's like 5 increments. It's like I'll put them in the description, but there's 5 stages of crystals that you can feed into the machine, into the Lucky Cat, and it will give you more crystals than you put in, right? Not a scam, definitely. Like, it's great. If you have at least, I think it's 24,000 crystals, if you do all the stages, you'll get around 8 to 10,000 more crystals than you put in. So super good, but that's why people say save during a banner or save before the next month starts, because then Lucky Cat comes out. If you save the crystals, that's another 10,000 crystals you could have spent and maybe not spent on another banner. So that's something you have to weigh. And here's the next one, 45,000 crystals, and I think this was $25. People can correct me in the comments. I just forget how much this was way back when I got it. But definitely these 2, the growth funds, you definitely want to get them at the very beginning, or you can just wait till you've completed all of the story and then buy it. And then it's not going anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It's always there. You always have the option to buy it. If you want to wait until you have everything unlocked or a certain amount of things unlocked, then buy it. Yeah, go for it, man. So, yep. Those are the 3rd and 4th things that you need to get. This is the 5th thing you need to get or can buy, right? This is the Huntress Merit Order. As you complete your daily quests, just like how it's helping your guild activeness go up, this is also increasing your Huntress Merit Order pass. And gosh. So as you do quests, it's going up and it's ticking this counter. You have about a month and like a couple days. You've like 30 days, right? As your weekly challenges also increase this bar as well. And as you can see, it's got a ton of crystals. It's got advancement gems, I think, and then normal crystals. So once again, it refreshes every month. And the kicker, I don't think I show what's in those chests, but I can say real quick. Let's see. So in those chests, they offer either 200 advancement crystals, advanced gems, or 10 energy stones. So the white stones. So that's what is in these chests. The kicker, though, at the very end, is the normal elemental 100 shards. So you have 100. That's essentially 1 huntress of any normal element, not light or dark, but any normal huntress. So say you save. I have 200 of these, so I just need to complete this, and then I have a 300, and then now I don't have to 6-star somebody. I can 5-star somebody and then turn them into a 6-star and save a ton of gems because I just waited 3 months and now I have a whole nother star on a character. Or I can use this on like a character I have already that's a 4-star and I'm pushing them to 5-star or 2 to 3. You know, you name it. You save them or spend it as you want. You know, it's your stuff. But definitely, this is the holy grail of this pass. And for, I think it's $25, and you get totality. You get 13,500 advanced gems. That's the orange crystals. You get 16,000 crystals, which once again you're already making your money back just on the crystals. 14 of those chests with the 20 or the 200 advanced gems, or the 10 white crystals or the white stones. And then the 100 4 elemental omni shards. So you get your money back in crystals alone, but definitely I only buy this once I've completed it, just so that I'm not missing out. And you typically, as long as you're doing your dailies every day, you get it and you're good. Here are the next 2 options that you can purchase. You have the Lost Garden Order missions, like these 2 passes, the Superior Order and Premium Order. The Superior is $25 and the Premium is $50. And the pass can be completed by doing Lost Garden. It refreshes every 2 days, but the whole pass stays around for a month and a half, or a month roughly. And you have just enough time to miss around maybe 8 Lost Garden chances or cycles, but make sure you do them. Just do them every 2 days. Do it on the first of every other day, just to make sure you know you did it, and don't prolong it. I skip a couple because I just forget that I'm gonna push it off, and it's really bad procrastination, right? You get these SR shards, really good, because you want to cash them in, max out your SR units, max out your R units, so that when you recycle their shards, you're pushing them up to SR unit shards, or SSR, your gold unit shards, so that you can unlock them more, 6-star them quicker. The quicker you 6-star your SR unit, your SSR units, the gold units, the quicker you can unlock Organ and get plus level 200 units, just like how I have level 214 units. Very essential for power spiking. This middle order, as you do Lost Garden, you get 1 to 2 levels as you complete Lost Garden. If you do the third, I think you get 2, maybe 1.5. You get 1.5 or 1. If you do the third level hard mode, then you for sure get 1.5 levels of XP. This middle order costs $25, and you get in totality 62 scrolls and 16,000 crystals. Once again, making your money back just on the crystals, and it's a great way to stock up on these scrolls. As well as the last one, I only buy this if I've completed it. I typically only buy the middle one just so I get more scrolls and I can get more crystals. Great cheap crystals to have for Lucky Cat and then rolling in general. Now the premium order, the bottom row, this is a ton. This is $50, but you get 200 scrolls and then 200 of those chests that you see. And those chests it's a select chest. So you either get a 24-hour gold, a 6-hour elixir, or a 2-hour advanced gem. So you pick one of those and you can hoard them up. Instead, if I had money, what I used to do, instead of buying the monthly pass up on the top, the very beginning, you get 100, right? You get 100 for 25 for a whole month, or you spend $50 and you get 200. So it's the same amount, but you've gotten a lot more chests and you get them immediately. Now, if you do what I do and wait until you've completed it, then you get another 200. So that's 20 days alone worth of 10 scroll rolls for your dailies. So that's just something to keep in mind, but that's another position. You don't have to, but it's a great way to get these scrolls. And if you're playing early game, you want those scrolls. You want those early game scrolls so that you can upgrade the SRs and the Rs so that you can then turn those shards into SSR shards. It's a lot of compounding, but you'll get there. Okay, so here's a friends list, right? Just go ahead, add everybody on your friends list. It doesn't hurt. You do want to delete them as they become AFK, because then you won't be able to get friendship points. Friendship points up here. Every day you do the hit, you send and receive. They send you crap and you send them crap, right? And you get these little heart shards. Every 100 heart shards, you are then able to do a roll. You get to do a 10 roll. You aren't guaranteed anything. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure you're not guaranteed anything. Yes, you're guaranteed an SR or an SSR for the 10 roll, but you don't know what you're gonna get. It's crappier than a normal banner because at least you have a wish list to help your odds, but it is more fodder to help you save on a day of normal scrolls on the normal banner, and you can then spend 100 friendship points on your on the friendship banner, and then you can save for the next day. So to get your roll for the day, right? Because we were trying to do those dailies every day. So special coupon, if you don't know this already, they do random codes and IH888, put that in, and there you go. You get 100 friendship points and a 2-hour elixir, or 2 6-hour elixir. Pretty crap, but there you go. It's a code. There's a ton of things you can do. I suggest you go and you go to here and you go to Activeness Event and you just scroll down, see what you can complete. As you complete them, they offer tokens, and these tokens can then be used to buy like really good equipment that you can get to upgrade your huntresses. So as you can see, I'm going to go across each chest, and they offer more and more tokens to then spend in the shop on the bottom right, and we'll see that real quick as soon as I'm done tapping. So here in the shop, you have a lot of options to spend your tokens in. If you're early game, go ahead, go for recruit tickets. But if you have some self-restraint, I heavily recommend, if you're early and starting out, you want to purchase energy stones. You won't have a lot, but these are what you're going to need to get a huntress to EE20. From 1 to 20, you need these to get them there, and you're going to want to do that pretty early on, especially if you bought Chiome or if you bought Take. You're going to want to get them to EE30. Now, to go from 21 to 30, you need these red stones, these advanced energy stones. A little more pricey, but go for it. If you're done hoarding on these, I suggest, and at this point for me, I only buy advanced energy stones and elemental gem packs for where I'm playing, because either I'm trying to get someone to 30 or I'm trying to get someone to 40 or 50. Save your tokens and either spend them on your white stones, your advanced energy stones, or your gem pack, depending on where you are in the game. Don't buy this. Don't buy this. It's $100. It's a total waste. Rather buy the Chance Plus Plus ticket. Don't buy this. You need to buy a $100 pack crystals, which is one again terrible, and you get 1 Da Vinci. So none of this is worth it at all. You don't get more crystals. You don't get nothing. It's just a waste. Don't buy it. Don't buy it unless you got money to burn. Don't buy it, because you will max out Da Vinci first, just normally. You don't need to buy this. Okay, so here we're gonna click on shop. And every day, if you have crystals, if you bought the pass, or if you just have a lot of crystals that you're hoarding up because you're the best guild in your region, then definitely you want to buy every day. You want to buy this Chance Plus Plus ticket, this token, and then this gold cost. I don't know if, I think my shop's a bit upgraded, but you definitely should have these first two, no matter when you start. This is fantastic because it's 40% off. One roll is 300, but this is now 180. So you are at times going to use crystals to roll 10 rolls. But why would you do that when you can start hoarding up crystal tickets now and save 40%? You know, that's great. So definitely buy this every day. Buy these two every day. They will refresh, and that's a great way to get some gacha rolls. So this is a gacha ticket or a gacha coin, and that's going to be used in the gacha, it's a capsule thing, right? And that's going to give you either equipment, materials, or badges. So definitely buy these two every day. Every time you can do a 10 roll, do a 10 roll with the gacha coins. Down here in the game, you want to get speed badges. Speed badges are the name of the game for the equipment you want to get. You never ever want to buy it out of the store though, because it's 25,000 crystals. If you are just spending like a maniac, do whatever you want, man. But if you're trying to min max, never ever buy it here. And I'll show you where you can get it. But the faster your Huntress is, the earlier your Huntress will attack. If your Huntress is faster than the enemies, she gets to attack first, kills the enemy can't even attack. So definitely you want your Huntresses as fast as possible. Now that's only going to be, you only need to focus on that for your damage dealers. Where you want to buy it is here. If you saved 42,000 guild coins, then definitely you'll get an option every day. This will reset, and I forget when, but either you have it beginning, or the more you level up, the more stronger you get, the higher power. I think the more you progress in the story, your guild shop will upgrade itself, right? I don't think you start level 1 with red stuff in your shop, nor would you be able to afford it. But every day you have an option to have been given the option to buy a speed gem, and you want to buy them. Your hope is to get a speed gem with a speed substat. If you can, your hope is to get any gem with a speed substat, but the first thing you want to buy is to equip on your Huntresses is a speed red gem, a speed badge. Sorry, these are badges. And definitely. So it's way cheaper to buy, and you can refresh 2 times for 100, and after that it starts ramping up in price. So here it costs 200. I'm not going to stop, but every day I do this twice. I refresh it twice because it's taken me like 2 to 3 weeks for one, after refreshing it twice, for one speed gem to pop up. Speed badge. But I guess that's a give and take, because you're not going to be able to buy it. If it appeared every day, you're not going to be able to buy it every day, because there's no way you're going to be able to afford that many coins that quickly. Here is a Lost Garden shop. As you play Lost Garden, you're going to get these coins like the other, just like your guild coins, and you can buy whatever you want. I heavily suggest you only buy white stones. You can buy the red advanced gems if you want to, if you can afford to, but definitely only buy these early game. Only buy the white stones early game. I'm late game, and so I'm buying these, I forget what they're called, but they're helpful for Oregon and increasing the level cap from 200 to plus, from wherever that is. That's every 200 level Huntress that you have increases the level cap another 5. So definitely when they start popping up, definitely start buying them, because you'll need them late game. But if you're early game, just buy the white crystals. Don't worry about using it on Huntresses. I used it on Hu Tao so I could 6-star her, but definitely if you want to buy it, you want to upgrade these Huntresses, go for it. But you can get them on the normal banner, so there's no point. So here we have the Super Arena shop. Just like the last one, you get coins from Super Arena. The higher you are ranked in the Super Arena for your server, the more coins you'll get, and then you'll cash them in. You'll click on the chest in Super Arena, and then you've gotten your coins for the day, or for however long you've hoarded them, right? Once again, don't use them to buy champion like Hunter shards. If you want to use it for the light and dark unit, you can, do what you want, but definitely save it for these gem packs. You're going to want to get a unit to EE 40 or 50 maybe one day, but you can only do that with these chests, right? So save for these gem chests. Here, Splendor shop. So most of you won't have to worry about this, but say you do 6-star character, 6-star and the SSR unit. If you got another shard, I've maxed out Octavius. If I get another Octavius shard, which does happen, then if I do recycle her shard, I get 800 Splendor. And this is going to then be able to use in the shop. And as you can see, I have 15,000. And once again, I'm only going to spend this on either the red or the chest. So I can either get gems or crystals. So I can upgrade past EE 30 or 50. That's right. So there we go. These are just helping. These other runes that you see are used to upgrade badges, but you won't be there, so don't worry about it. Just buy these. Just buy these. Okay, that covers the different shops. Here, this is where you're going to get your coins. This is the best way to get coins. It is way more cost effective that everybody in your clan, couple people, the people that are spending, they do the luxury party, because it's 300 crystals, but everybody gets 300 coins and the host gets 600 coins. This is perfect. You're saving around, I think it's let me do math. 42,000 divided by 300, 140. So if you did these twice a day, so 70 days, 70 days. Yes. So if you only did this, now if you participate in clan and do the guild adventure and other things and have a good guild, then this isn't your only source of coins. However, it is in 70 days alone, 2 months ish, you then get a speed badge. And that was 170. Sorry. So 42,000 divided by 300. So you need 140 of these parties. So that's times 300. Spread it out across your clan, because obviously not the same 2 people are doing the parties, right? So you have 10 people doing the parties, and then divided by 10. And now you're only spending 4,000 crystals for that speed badge instead of spending 25,000 in that shop, right? So that's just a min-max information if you guys cared to know. So I'm going to host it real quick. And yeah, if you host it, you're getting 600, right? So you're getting double. You're getting double the party. And then here you just do your rules. However, I think they just changed this to a nicer system, so we're not going to worry about it. Here we have Phoenix. We have the guild bosses. This is what I run. Just a simple thing. The more damage you do to the boss, I couldn't tell you how to min-max on the boss. I don't know really how to. I just set up. If you got these characters, go for it. You really just need Chiome. And I'm going to go ahead and blitz it. And you can see you get, so every day you get coins, you get gold, you get coins, and you get a ton of equipment. There's more than this if you scroll down, but I didn't. And the more damage you do to it, the more rare equipment and the better coins you get. And then with Dark Moon Dragon, same thing, same team. I couldn't tell you what to use. So y'all can discuss in the comments or ask guildmates, but definitely. And this guy, he drops badges. Now your guild has to be active in order for your guild leader to open the boss, and then now you can challenge it. You can do 3. I think this happens, once every 2 days, I think. And once again, you get coins, gold, and a ton of badges. This is a good way to get badges that you just use for fodder, or you just equip to your team, or you use to decompose to upgrade other badges. All right. Guild Adventure. This just came out. They just updated this. I can't tell you how to min-max. I am not strong enough to tell you. I heavily recommend, if you just want to mess around, it doesn't hurt, click on the boss and then there's like a practice mode. Do practice mode and then just run with champions. But definitely that's a guild thing. You want to talk to your guild to see how to min-max. Here we go. We have Win Team. You have seen this team 100 times before. I've shown it already a ton of times. Oh, you run Junko on it, but you don't need it. So what does everyone want to know? Well, who can I put on this team? If you're going to spend, you're going to buy Take, and then this is it. These 3 Huntresses, and boom, you have a win team. This is all you need. And then you want a healer and a tank. So I'll do various combinations, but I'll talk on top of it. So these 3, once again, you have Take giving the shield to everyone in the plus formation. You have Octavius running and gunning, hitting people up, and as soon as they hit up, Take's passive, when they slam down, they take additional damage. If Da Vinci knocks anybody up, Octavius then hits them, which is compounding damage, and then once again they come down and they do more damage because of Take. Or they've taken more damage because of Take. Huatao, she's our wind healer, so if you wanted to have a 5-person wind team, there you go. You have a solid healer who's healing your team. You have Minamoto, who you get after 30 days of playing the game. She's added to the normal banner. She has her special banner, which you can pay special tickets to roll for her, but don't do it. Just wait. After the banner's gone, she's then added to the normal pool, and you can roll for her like any other Huntress. So definitely, she's good. She's not necessarily a tank. She just has a super high dodge count, so that she doesn't. It's not that she can take damage. She just doesn't take damage because she can't. She dodges it for I think the first 2 turns. But definitely, this is what I used to run way back when in the early game. If you cannot afford Take, I show that in a second. But instead of Take, when you're in the higher, when you're like mid and late game, you're going to be facing a lot of fire teams. And what you need against a fire team, you need Helen. Helen is going to get that round 1 burn debuff removed. And so your team won't become unconscious immediately. They'll become conscious if your Helen is dead or you name it. But definitely she does add viability to your team against a fire team. Completely ignores it if you are able to kill the enemy Honda before she can stun the rest of your team. Other people like to use Don Quixote as their tank because she's an actual tank. So there's nothing to worry about. She's just 3-star for me. If she was 6-star, I would put her in the front. However, I have Jun Kunna, so I don't even need to worry about it. Well, additionally, people also use Shakespeare because she is free to play. This is a free to play team except for Take. And so I think I do an augment real quick. If you aren't able to buy Take, sadly, you won't be able to progress like nearly anywhere in the game. I'm sorry, but it's play to play. I explicitly mentioned that a lot. It is very play to play. But if you cannot afford her, you can do this. This is a free to play, completely free to play team. As soon as you do unlock Minimoto, you can do this. I think I swap her and Shakespeare. Yep, that's fine. And yeah, there's no problem with this. You can also once again replace Helen with Ho Tao. You'll get the Octavius and Da Vinci combo, and Shakespeare is a good DPS, but she's a free to play unit when there's tons more better than her, like Take, just straight up. So this is a free to play win team that you can use. This is a really good early game win team. Additionally, you can also use Donkey. Oh, so I'm going to go ahead and mention it. I think, no, not yet, but she will be added to the normal pool eventually. So you can wait on her. If you don't have Take, but you got Robin Hood because she's out now, you can also have Robin Hood on here. and add a Helen, right? You can additionally do a Take, Octavius, a Da Vinci, Helen, and Robin Hood. That works too. And I would put Da Vinci in the front, and that's fine, or Octavius, but you don't want her to die, so you do want her to stay a little longer. But Robin Hood's great. She gets the snare. I didn't do a showcase video on her because she's only, I think, 1-star or 2-star for me. She's great. She gets that snare. She gets the snare and then completely incapacitates up to 3 units. So if you get her to 3-star, so it's pretty powerful. So if you did buy her, that is another option. But definitely Take is the queen of the win team. Okay, so here we have our burn team. So I've shown this off in my Honda video. Go check her out. She is out now on a rerun, for me at least, and she makes up the entire burn team. You don't have a burn team without her. So there's not much you can do if you didn't have this team. This team is free to play except for Hannibal as well, which I don't think she gets added to the normal banner, but she is essential for an Earth unit. Like if you don't have, she is like the best tank for early game users. When she came out, there are better alternative tanks, but her shield at E30 is just incredible. I think no, she gets the shield at just star 3, at star 4. So if you just 4-star, she gets a shield immediately and you're good. But definitely without Honda, the team isn't competitive because she gets her burn stacks, she stuns the enemy team, and there's nothing they can do about it except if they had a Helen cleanse or they killed the Honda. But there's no point. If you're doing trials, you're probably gonna add. I think I show it. You have the option to add Lancelot, which you get her after clearing storm, so clearing the wind trials after floor 16, but that's going to be very late game and you might quit before you even unlock her. So definitely your best bet is to there's no point in having a burn team if you don't have Honda. You don't need Hannibal on here. You could do a T formation, have Honda in the front. You can do a reverse T formation and do I think I showed that off, but you could do you can do Michael in the middle, you can do Merlin in the back, and you can do Izuma up front. Let's see. When do I do it? There we go. Whoops. Come on. There we go. So like this reverse T, you get the Michael. I'm going to swap Michael and I think Inazuma, and then you get the Michael shield on the front line. Michael has a fantastic her kit. She's free to play, and you can put a shield on the front line characters. It would just be if there was a 2-slot or 1-slot, it would just be the character in the most front position, and they get a nice shield. Whenever an enemy does damage to them, they also take damage. The shield will collapse eventually, but it's good damage and a good shield, so it's good compound. And then so if you have a Hannibal, you can also do this format. But I don't. If I'm fighting a Hannibal, if I'm fighting a Honda, it's scary because she has that a skill, which I talk about, is that she can just core the enemy. She can just core your line, and you don't want to stack up your teammates. So definitely. But this is a good formation. You get a Michael shield on Hannibal, Honda, and Izuma, and also Hannibal has her shield on top of Michael's shield, and so it's great. It's a great extra defense, and that's a burn team. So here we have a freeze team. So freeze team. You can make without any pay-to-win characters. It's just going to be incredibly weak, but you can do it. My freeze team, the optimal freeze team, in my opinion, is going to have Chiome for damage dealing, because as soon as the enemy team is frozen, your team, the freeze team, isn't actually going to be doing damage. It's going to be Chiome doing the damage. You have Romulus, Akechi, Zenji, and you have Catherine. Catherine makes up the freeze team. She is entirely the freeze team. In my Catherine video, I explain why, but definitely she gets the freeze. You can get half the team frozen in turn 1, which is incredible. But if you didn't have Catherine, you're going to use Artemis, and they are going to be able to, Akechi, Romulus, and Artemis are going to be able to freeze a couple enemy units after, I think, turn 2 or turn 3. I forget when, but their passives are great. They synergize well together, but as soon as you do have Catherine, you do swap Artemis without, you do swap Catherine in for Artemis, and once again, if without Chiome, you're not going to be doing any damage. Zen is just here to get Chiome to proc twice, because of her her ability is just to make the strongest player on the team attack again, do their ultra skill again. But I think her crystal ball, I think her first skill, has the potential to add a free stack on the enemy unit. And with Catherine's ability, if they get 3, boom, they're frozen, and there's nothing they can do about it. Not even Helen can dispel it. So it's great to go this team against a wind team or a fire team with a Helen, and just counter the Helen, because she can dispel Catherine's ability. But if it was a normal freeze team, the Helen can debuff, can cleanse the freeze, the freeze status. So here I show Artemis on the team, but definitely, once again, if you don't have Chiome, this team is kind of pointless, because they're not going to be doing enough damage. So all in all, definitely the game isn't free to play. It is not free to play. I'm sorry to say that. It is pay to play. It is play to play and pay to win. But most games are pay to win anyway, but definitely you do not have a shot. You can collect the Huntresses and just go passively as you play and go what you will, but definitely, as you can see, most of my updates, it's either 3-starring or 4-starring or 6-starring a character in order to actually make them like even playable, even if you were to put money in the game. But definitely most team comps center around units that you have to put money into the game to even use, right? So if you only can afford like one character like to buy, I heavily recommend you, let me go back, you just buy Take. You save, you wait for Take, she comes out. She also has a UR, which is something that's not in the game yet. There is a rarity afterwards that you can get them past 6-star. But once again, more money, but they do an insane amount of damage. That is on JP, and you can watch videos on that to explain how that works. If you're a max spender, if you're just spending like out the wazoo, you're buying light and dark units, which I have them, but I haven't maxed them, and you're making teams with Thor, Loki, you got the DOA characters, maybe you have Dante is coming out. I'll do a Date is coming out. She's going to be the next dark unit, and as well as Angel, which we call her a Regan Leaf. We just call her Angel. She'll come out after Date, and they are going to be insane, just as much as Janka was, but they're like dark units, so you got to spend double, around $1,500 to max them out. So yeah. People running Thor and Loki, they're insane. They're running them on like a light and dark unit team, and you can't stop them. If there's a max 6-star Thor, the only thing really stopping that is a max 6-star Loki, or like a super Junka, or in the future Date and Angel. Everybody in the comments keep asking me for who do I need to get. Right? If you are saving, then you definitely want to buy. If you're like who do I buy? Who do I get? You will buy Junka, Angel, Catherine, Honda, Hannibal, Zen, Chiome, Robin Hood, essentially everybody above 7. Actually 7 and up, because Take is down here. Everyone above that, you buy them. You buy them if you can afford to. Definitely, If you're just buying units because you can afford to, you get all of them. You get 7 and up, right? It doesn't hurt to have more units because especially in trials, you need more units to win the game. But if you can only buy 1 or 2 units, you are going to either buy, you're going to buy Take, you're going to buy Chiome. If you are only going to be maxing out one team, you're going to have down here, like I said before in my my reroll video, you're going to have Octavius, Da Vinci, Take, and Helen. And then your tank is going to either be like Minimoto or Donkey. But Donkey, once again, you're going to spend for her. So it'll probably be Minimoto. Or you can use Shakespeare. But I definitely recommend you use Minimoto instead. But yeah. So if you can only buy 1 unit, it's Take. It is Take, it's Take, it's Take. But you have to 6-star. You can get her low. You can get her to 3-star. You can get her to 3-star, and you can get her to EE30. You have to EE30 her. I talked about it in the Take showcase, but you get her to, regardless if it's 6-star or 3-star, you have to EE30 because that's where she starts doing like the cycle damage with her shield. And the second person you would get is Chiome, because then Chiome you have, if you're just doing a 1 team like punch, then you do Take, Da Vinci, Octavius, Helen, and you put Chiome in the front instead of Minimoto. Definitely, yeah. Everybody above 7 and up, these are champions that you just, if you can spend, you spend. You collect them. But it's really expensive to max them out. Just take a look at my guides. It explains you when you need to hit them, what you need to reach them at. But definitely, if you can only, I'll reiterate it once more. Once more. Take, Chiome. If that's all you can afford to get, that's all you can afford to get. Don't expect to get higher than that because most content requires 3 strong teams, and just Take and Chiome aren't going to cut it. And normal SSR units on the normal banner sadly won't cut it for most of the content. But that's it. If you can't spend a ton, you can just collect them. And that's why you're playing the game anyway, right? Because they look cute. But to be competitive, you gotta pay. A viewer made a note in my Date information that they messed up. They messed up in the promo picture. They put her as Wind Dark. There's no double type units. But what there is that you can see on this tier list, which I'll post in the comments as well, is that there are 3 like attack types. There's agility, which are going to be like your assassins, your physical damage dealers like Octavius and Huangzhou, and defensive units, which are going to be your tanks. These are going to be Hannibal, Honda, who else? Romulus, Loki. Those are going to be your tanks. They just take damage. And then wisdom. These are going to be your mages. That like Huatao, Helen, I think Take is a mage. So that's the type. And so Date, they messed up. She's supposed to be agility and dark. So if they look like they do physical damage, they're going to be doing agility. If they beefy, tank, defensive, and if they're mage, they're going to be doing wisdom, which, yeah. So those are your 3 types. For anniversary info, we have boom, boom, boom. You can read it. This isn't a banner. This is like anybody can read this, but to give it more clarity. So anniversary login, this is just going to be like in the Beach DOA collab, probably going to be like every day. You're either going to get like a material time skip, or it's going to be scrolls, or maybe crystals, maybe if they're nice. Normal scrolls, normal banner scrolls. And then during the yeah, you get rewards every day. They're going to double up your reset reward, double up reward reset, first top. Oh, okay, first top up. So these 2, if you pay money, then you get double what comes out of it. They have a lot of things that the more you spend, they'll give you rewards per the day. So some people spend $100 a day. I know them. I'm not one of them, but they do, and they get rewards. They get the rich get richer. Bunny Girl Puzzle, this is going to be just a simple thing. Probably like as you complete your dailies, you're going to get tokens, and then you're going to be able to like play the puzzle. And then if you complete the puzzle, then you'll get to move on to the next like area of the mini game, like of the event, and then you get to like check out the shop and do more mini games. Unlock puzzle rewards, yeah. Probably like the other ones, you'll complete the puzzle, you'll move on, and as you complete the puzzle, you get rewards. Sharpshooter, no clue what that. Shoot the boxes to get rewards completed. So this is probably going to be the mini game. In the beach, the summer collab, we had like the stretching thing, right? Or in the DO collab, we had the volleyball game. So I might do a video on like how to min-max that, but it should be pretty easy. Shoot the box. Okay. So in these boxes, these are really good. Other is probably going to be what everyone else gets. But so for Elemental SS Huntress, So, oh, okay. So this might be a chest. Yeah. So this might be a chest, and it's like pick the Huntress you want. So this is going to be 4 elementals. No clue who they're going to offer. Light Dark Huntress. This is probably going to be the 4 that they typically offer. It's going to be Richard. Let's see. Richard, the twins. So like I can't say their name, but the 2 girls that are 1 character. Who do we have? We have Sima Yi, who's a dark unit, and then we have let's see, Dante, who's a dark unit, and yeah, I think that's it, because it's the 2 light dark units, and so Richard, the twins, Sima Yi, and Dante. Light Dark recruit tickets. Oh, so this is great. This is going to help us get Date. This is going to help me get Date from the DOA collab, and I think the one previous it helped me get 70 Light Dark tickets, so I'll be able to at least get her and move on red badge and gears. So hopefully there's a lot of fat red badges. I'm going to be gunning for some more speed badges, and that's always good, and others probably going to just be random crap, but that's going to be a majority of what we all get, right? Fiesta skins. So this is going to be really cool. Lancelot, Columbus, limited skins. However, I don't use these units, but it's always nice to collect skins. That's why I play the game, right? Little something different, have cooler pictures, but it's probably going to be under a price. The last one, the Tamaye, I forget her name, but the fox, pink fox, her on the towel or whatever, that was like you could spend $300 and you get her, or you wait your time, and I spent maybe 150 and I got her after, with plus like the daily rewards that they gave you. Triple rewards, this is just going to be on specific events instead of double rewards. There's the rotating like double reward cycle. You can just, now you get triple. So I think that's a pretty top up and spending event. So this is going to be, they usually do this as you spend, you're going to get more event like currency. There's typically 2 or 1, and that event currency is going to let you then spend in that event shop to then let you buy random materials. Typically it's going to be either more crystals, it's just upgrade material for either special equipment or badges, or you name it, right? And I'll go over like what you should buy, and you can do that when it comes out tomorrow. Special mission, okay, so it's just gonna be do crap and you get rewards. All right, so I think that covers it. Copernicus and Nene are joining the normal banner after maintenance is done, so definitely save your tickets for them if you wanted them before and could not purchase them. Nene is great if she is EE50 and 6-star, so you can't use her unless she's maxed out, so that's already a high bar. Copernicus, on the other hand, fire unit, fantastic. Medic, a healer. She will remove any buff on an opponent character, so remove any Take shield or a Hannibal shield, perfect for that, so definitely keep an eye out for them. Thank you everyone who watched this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will try my best to answer any questions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.